After Atlanta wide receivers coach was fired, Ray-Ray McCloud came out and spoke his mind to the media. And it might have cost him more than just a roster spot. Is honesty really going punished by the NFL these days?
Coach decision on Ray-Ray tonight. Just like everybody else, anybody that you put down that's not active, decided to put him down tonight. He'll be back out competing next week. See where we go. But we had everybody we needed. We had everybody we wanted tonight. And we got out there and got a big win.
Uh, One got the numbers, one let the game on. Two different voices, never the same. Mic on fire when the truth collides. It ain't just one story, must be two sides.
Look, man, Ray has some strong opinions about his coach being fired. The media reported, and in response, the head coach said, "You got to go home for a week." I don't know if that's fair or not, but we're about to debate if players can really speak their truth or if they just have to filter everything during the NFL season and during their season. Cole, let's jump it off. I mean, have you ever been in a situation like that?
No, man, I ain't never had that much love for a coach. But Ray obviously felt extremely strong about this coach, Coach Ike Hillard. The receivers coach was fired after a bad game. You don't really hear this much. It's kind of like a scapegoat, maybe, but Ray, the receivers coach was a big part of the reason that he came to Atlanta. And under that receivers coach, him, Ray, Drake London, and Darnell Mooney had the career highs last year, and they came out a little flat this year, and he took the X. But his comments to the media about, the NFL isn't really about loyalty these days. And, that's always been true, honestly. But making this comment to the media, it came with some ramifications, man. And I don't really think that's fair, bro. What do you think?
I mean, in this aspect, I guess, what did the media do wrong? Did they amplify his statements? Did they make him look bad? I mean, in this, I feel like we were just reporting what he said. And it was the head coach that felt some type of way. We can't control how a head coach feels. But I also think y'all should be able to speak y'all truth. I mean, look, people want raw, authentic answers from you guys. That cliche BS, man, that don't move no needles. Don't nobody at home want to hear that crap. Like, so I feel like as media members, we love it. But like you said, it's a double-edged sword for y'all. Y'all speak y'all mind, y'all can be fined for it. Y'all can be suspended. And that's the unfortunate truth about the NFL and when you work for somebody. It's the same with us in TV. I can't go out on TV and just say how exactly I feel about a team or a player without knowing that sometimes there should be some consequences if I cross that line. Not toe it, but cross it. And I felt like Ray-Ray McCloud told that line, especially when you challenge a head coach decision. But I felt like as media members, we got to report it. It's the truth. It's what he said.
Yeah, man, but you can clearly see why players have some trepidation when it comes to speaking to the media, bro. Like, this is something that we're forced to do in our contracts, otherwise we get fined. But at the same time, you better do it exactly right in these highly emotional moments. At times when a coach is getting fired or a game just went by and we lost the game, and we're emotional, and we want to speak our truth because that's what the fans want to hear, and that's what the media is asking for. But we get rewarded with this type of thing. We're getting sent home. We're getting put inactive. We're not getting to play the game that we love, and we're getting fined, all because of something that we said in truth.
I mean, what you want us to do? Y'all said it. If you say it, it's public. Like, if you know the ramifications, you know the consequences, don't say it. Go to your head coach and say how you felt. But if you say it to me near a microphone like this, I'm tweeting it. I'm putting it out. You said it. I ain't said it. Like, if I say it, what the head coach gonna say to me? I
Look,
don't
man,
care.
it's like It's like what Shannon Sharp says every now and then,
Uh-oh, here
man.
you go. What Unc say? What Unc say?
What Unc say? When emotions are high, logic is low. When, in these very emotional moments, those type of things aren't always going through your mind, and when they are, that's exactly when you get these cliche answers that you hate so much. So it's like y'all want both, y'all speak out of both sides of your mouth as well as the NFL. You say, hey, don't say it then, but at the same time, hey, I really want you to say it.
Yeah, of course. But if y'all don't say it, the job still go get done. I hate to break it to you. We still go put a vote side together. We still go publish an article. You can give us cliche answers. We just go say how we feel or what the narrative is, and then we go say what y'all said. So the story go be done regardless. So that's up to y'all. Like they say during the week, don't get bulletin board material. Don't give media bulletin board material and talk about how you loved your wide receiver coach and you undermining the head coach decision. That's on you. You control the narrative as an athlete. It's the media's job to tell people what you said. Because you guess what? Fans ain't in the locker room. Viewers ain't in the locker room. So how they gonna know what y'all said? Because we reporting it. But we ain't reporting no fake news. We reporting what you said verbatim, not our thoughts, your thoughts. So yes, while it can hurt y'all pockets, it can hinder relationships, and maybe you getting a job in the future, y'all should think twice before saying it. That's not up to us.
Yeah, I guess that's true, man. You definitely gotta think before you speak, even in these emotional moments, man. And that, whatever that leads to, whether it's cliche or it's completely changing the subject, is what you need to do to protect your pockets and protect your job, man. And you got to do it. And
Yeah.
and it's kind of like you said before, that these things, when y'all report it, and hopefully y'all are reporting exactly what the person is saying, a
It's the only
direct
way we
quote.
know how.
Some of you. Hopefully y'all are doing that. These things go out to social media and get twisted and turned any kind of way, and that type of blowback. Teams don't want this. They see it as a distraction, and it can lead to what it leads to, man.
Yeah, I think Chase Claypool is a perfect example. Like you're talking about a guy who had some on-field incidents, said some things in the media. We reported it exactly how it happened. Now he's one of those guys. He never could overcome those obstacles from the stuff off the field, but I also think that it was his play on the field that hindered him getting another contract. There's countless examples of stuff like that where guys blow up at the medium and then that becomes their personality, or that's what they become known for. But you know what stops all of that? Performing well on the field or the court or the diamond, because then we're just forced to talk about how good of a player you are and not all the negative antics. It's like Antonio Brown. I mean, he was great for the first couple of years he was in the league. And then as soon as things start going downhill and he stopped producing on the field, well, that's when we start highlighting all the stuff off the field, because you give us nothing else to talk about. So, like I said, it goes back to the athlete controls their own narrative. If you go out there and handle business, we have nothing else to talk about. If you come in front of the cameras and you don't give us bulletin board material, we have nothing to publish. It's on y'all.
Hey, man, first of all, in football, that's a double-edged sword. We don't control our production all the time. Hey, look, we got to rely on 10 other people before it gets to us sometimes. So unless you're the quarterback, and even then you got to rely on the line and everybody else too. So in these other sports, I can see that, but in football, it's a little bit harder. It's a little bit harder.
I agree. Look, there's a difference between being a problem and speaking the truth, and it's the media's job to help people understand what's going on. I don't think it's ever our job to say a player's a problem. Like, I think it's just our job to report what's going on. Then it's up to other people's perception of who's the problem in this situation. I mean, because you look at it from three sides. You know, there's always his side, their side, and then the truth. You know, so it's just the reporter's job to paint the story how it's being painted or how it's been drawn out. and then let everybody else come to their conclusions. So you know how the world is and stuff like that. But let me ask you this. We need y'all to comment below, cap or certify. Should athletes keep it real, even if it costs them? And even if it stops them from getting another job? That's a good one. And Nicole, I don't want your input because I already know what you're going to say, but I want y'all input. So make sure y'all jump in these comments. Let us know where y'all coming from and whose side you on in this.
Stand for the truth, otherwise take a knee. Made it.